The mass procurement of the laptops in Waltham Forest was triggered because there was a significant shortfall. Our schools reported back that they had quite a large number of families that weren't able to access remote learning. We took a decision as a local authority, because we had an action plan for vulnerable children, making sure no one got left behind, to set aside a set of money to procure laptops for our maintained schools.
March 2020, suddenly, really in about a week, the school went from all the children in to suddenly having to face up to the fact that we were going to be sending everybody home.
We had to very quickly upskill our staff so they were able to deliver remote learning, and that was a process that took place. Attendance was sporadic in that first lockdown.
We had phone call after phone call into the office where parents were telling us that they had 4 children using one phone. Pupils were trying to share and get onto the same technology. Lack of wireless facilities, which just meant that particularly our vulnerable and disadvantaged pupils just didn't have the same access to the learning as some of our other pupils.
The savings that we had enabled us, I think it was equivalent to about 620 laptops in terms of savings. Because we'd had a set budget, it actually meant that we could put the savings into the IT infrastructure in our maintained schools. So it meant that we could support our schools with their remote learning on twofold.
The local authority came back to us and they were able to provide us with hundreds more laptops in order to fill those gaps, in order to ensure that every single member of our community was able to access that teaching and learning.
The lockdown from the January, our attendance over that period was 96%. Without those Chromebooks, there's a number of pupils who wouldn't have been able to access the learning online, and they wouldn't have had the devices to do so. So they've certainly contributed to that figure.
These Chromebooks have had like a really big impact on my learning, because before I was using my phone and that wasn't good. Like now I can access all my learning, all my Google Classroom, and I'm just progressing.
We can't thank the local authority and LGFL enough for what they've contributed to us as a community and to our pupils. And as I say, I'm hugely confident about the future and how we can use those technology further to support us all.